Hello and welcome to Catfish Trash Talk. I'm your host, comedian Tracey Carnazzo, joined by my co-host, comedian Noelle W. Herzog.
Hi, hello.
Hi, Noelle. Thank you so much for joining us today, all of the people.
Thank you, people, for having me today.
All of the people. We were just having a very deep discussion about Love is Blind before this episode. If you guys want to hear all of our thoughts, go to patreon.com/trash talk podcast, where you'll find our favorite podcast, BS, where we just
Kind of BS.
we BS. But that's not what we're here for today. We're here for season 4, episode 3, Harold and Armani, because episode 2 is gone.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. There was nothing online that said why episode 2 was gone, but I was reading that the guy got arrested last year for like brought up on some sexual charges. So I'm pretty sure that that's why they took it down.
Let me tell you something. Catfish loves to pull an episode.
I know.
I've never seen a show that pulls an episode more than Catfish.
There's like 12 episodes off of the series. It's crazy.
Listen, if you were on Catfish and we're about to cover your thing, just ride the straight and narrow until we're finished with your episode.
Yeah, for what reason? I don't want it pulled.
Please don't make me pull it.
Don't pull it.
All right. Well, there's no Max again. And
here's the thing. That's fine, but why are they picking these hosts?
What do you mean? Angel Hayes is a singer and rapper. She is the most famous singer and rapper in the whole world.
She thinks she's Doja Cat. Everyone is Doja Cat now. I looked her up, Angel Hayes, on Instagram because I'm like, what has become of her? She has 2 pictures up. The end. Mm-hmm. They're topless, which is very interesting. And she does not have a lot of followers. And I guess she's still kind of making music, but there's nothing on there. It's not a populous page. And Neve does not follow her. She does not follow Neve.
Yeah, because this is not real.
Yeah.
I wonder how she got on the show, really.
I feel like they must pay, because also the episode that they cut, the girl that was on it was some like blonde, quote unquote, like beauty queen.
Oh God.
So it's like, it's just people self-promoting, I think.
Sure.
Yeah.
So we are here to help Harold. He's 18. He's from Illinois. He met Armani online, Armani Brown, and he's been talking to her since freshman year of high school. She's 21 and he's 18.
Right.
So, okay. So she was 17 and he was 14.
That's normal.
Perfect. She works at a school as a janitor, and he had a girlfriend in high school. So he didn't talk to Armani while he had a girlfriend in high school.
Right.
He plays basketball. He had another girlfriend even, but he loves Armani.
Nobody understands him like her.
They talk on the phone, they text, and they talk on Facebook, and they both love basketball.
Okay. They talk every day.
Okay, so his name is Harold, and Neve is like, let's call him Hal.
Which is very funny.
And then drops it immediately.
I know. He never calls him Hal again, because he was probably like, Neve, I'm going to hit you.
Yeah, because is that the nickname for Harold?
That's remember Hal, friend Hal? His name was Harold.
Oh, I did not know what his real name was.
Yeah, it's Harold.
All right, so he says that Armani is a 9 out of 10.
Okay, that's interesting.
From one close-up face picture.
Ever.
From 4 years ago.
And he doesn't say it's also because of her personality.
Nope. So he knows that she's real because she dated one of the guys on his team. Yet she lives 4.5 hours away.
Right.
What?
And the guy was like, no, I was with her. Okay, sure.
Yes. Okay. So she can't Skype because her camera is bogus.
Yeah, her phone and camera are bogus. What a word. What reminiscent of the 80s.
Yes,
which
very good.
You would think was shot then.
You would think. So then they have like a whole bunch of bad basketball puns that I'm not going to repeat because guys, stop.
Same.
Angel reveals that she got catfish. She went to DC to meet some girl, and it just wasn't the person in the pictures. And then she also brings up something about like, just because someone's 200 pounds, it's not that, it's just that. And it's like, what
the hell was that about?
I don't know.
And also that specific number is brought up many times.
Right. Yeah. So this is the first we see of 200 pounds.
Yes.
So they open the door and they are shocked that he is tall.
But why?
Then they are also very impressed that he took a Sharpie and they wrote his name on his basketball.
Again, why? What is so
shocking?
Also, you see right there in his kitchen, plain to the eye, it says "Live, Laugh, Love." Right on the
Yes.
walls of his kitchen. Probably
Well,
wrote it with that Sharpie, maybe.
you know what?
What?
It didn't help much because 7 of his friends died in one summer from gun violence and they were in gangs. And he's also been shot at.
I think you need some new friends, honey.
You might need some new friends.
Yeah.
Well,
I think that you're,
I think
well,
he's being
no, you
forced
know
to
what
get
I
new
mean.
friends.
Yeah, but it's more like maybe like you need better company, not so, I don't
Right.
know.
But also, he didn't really explain
Yeah, well,
a
that's what it
lot.
is. We're just assuming
Neve's like, at like one time, he's like,
here and there,
here and there, you know, like
there
here a
and
little
here.
bit, there a little bit.
Back of my neck was really hot.
So hot. And then I was
So
like, is that a
hot.
bullet or do I have a fever?
Maybe migraine coming on.
So he's only seen this one picture of her, but one of her friends, Bebe,
right,
called him once. And also, Deshaila asked to be Facebook friends with him. And he says, quote, I shot her a text. Poor choice of words, sir.
I know, but it's like you shot who a text though?
He shot Deshaila, I guess. So
I couldn't figure out if he meant he shot Armani a text like, hey, Deshaila's texting me. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, she was pregnant when he first met her, and her baby daddy is in jail, and her kid's name is Drew. The thing he likes most about her is that he trusts her. He has a lot of trust issues. And for him to trust her, that's a big deal.
Okay. Why do you trust her?
Because I do.
Right. Why?
I like the picture.
Why is she a 9?
I like that picture.
Right.
Any other
There's
questions?
nothing of substance here.
Picture.
9.
Picture.
Basketball.
I like her. Picture.
Picture.
I like that one picture I got from 4 years ago.
One ever.
Close up of just her nose and one eye.
It really is just a close up. It's like, okay.
She wears mascara. I could tell from the picture, and I like girls with mascara.
I love mascara girls.
You must have really, really overcome your trust issues.
Yeah, seriously.
So they search Armani's old phone number, and it comes back to Marcus Brown. And they're like, well, maybe it's her dad. So they find the email to Fly For You, and they find Tamila, who is 202 pounds. Dun, dun, dun.
Okay. Right. She's on a basketball recruiting website.
Okay. Angel goes, oh, God.
Right. Oh, God. I'm triggered. I met a 200-pound girl, too.
Oh. It's like when a cat, you ever see a cat vomit and they just like, they're like retching. That's what they were doing.
I get woken up to that from my dogs sometimes, too.
So, Baby got him mad is the other friend.
Okay. And Neve thinks that's the funniest thing he's ever heard.
I mean, he has to keep saying it with a straight face.
Well, that's what's funny about it. I have Facebook friends with dumb ass names like this.
Yeah. Baby got him mad, has a baby named
Drew.
Jrue. Drew. And said this is her kid. So in the meantime, Deshaila calls back. And she said that she has the kid is just screaming in the background.
That is a wild child.
That is a wild child. So screaming in the background. And she's like, oh, no. True is Armani's baby. Right. I was just with Armani
an hour ago.
And she cannot come and meet him because she's tied up with no car. Hold on 1 second. Click.
Okay. So that's what I was going to say. I'm like, who hung up? Because suddenly the conversation was just over.
Yeah, it was her. She was tending to her child. So they sit down with Harold.
Right.
And they're like, what if she's 200 pounds? He's like, well, then I can't lift her over my head. And we had always planned to do the Dirty Dancing dance.
Right. It's never going to work. Because that weighs, that's more than me. It's more than I weigh.
It's more than he weighs. And they're like, really? And he's like, yes.
No way, bro.
200 pounds is very big.
Very, very big.
So they're like, what if it's Tamila? And he's like, that's the opposite of Armani.
Right.
The opposite.
Well, that's a different story.
Right. Because Armani is beautiful. And this girl, Tamala, is disgusting.
Yeah. He's like, no, gross. Thanks. Gross. Yeah. Gag me with a spoon.
And then they also are like, oh yeah, no, she has a newborn. Who? No one ever said anything about a newborn.
There was no newborn.
Also, Drew with a J is
Come
like
on.
one. Stop.
I know.
So then they show him baby got him mad, and he's like, yes, that's a big step up from Tamila.
Yeah, he's like, I would be okay with her.
Yes, he's
Angel's
trusting
had
her.
enough though, suddenly.
Yeah. He's trusting her as long as she's cute.
Right. Basically, yes.
And then they're like, Angel's like, well, what if, I mean, she's still lying to you, right? Like if she's Tamila, if she's baby got him mad, whatever she is, she's still lying. And he goes, everyone's not perfect.
Right.
All of a sudden, everyone's not perfect when
but
it
also,
could be a girl that he likes.
Angel, you miss having trouble with all these 200-pounders.
Yeah.
Now it's like you're calling him shallow.
Yeah. I mean, you had your own problem when you went, oh God.
Right. When you retched like a cat. Yes.
So they call her Armani. Also, do you notice that on this girl's Facebook? It says QQQ everywhere.
Okay, so here's the thing. I didn't notice that the first time I watched this. And then when I went back, I noticed it.
Yeah, it's like, obviously.
Yes.
This is like the same. Okay.
Yeah.
So Armani calls back and she's like, listen, I want to meet him, but I don't want things to change.
Armani's quick with it, though. She is
really
quick.
is. So she's like, yeah, everyone steals my pictures. And they're like, why didn't you send him a picture? And she goes, because he never asked.
Which I believe.
I believe it too. Because he's like, that's enough.
Yeah. I just need this one.
This one eyelash.
One shows me she's a 9. That's it.
She's a 9. So she's nervous. Okay. And then they're like, do you want to meet up? And she's like, yes, we'll meet up. Okay. Thank you. Okay. I'll see you tomorrow. Okay. Goodbye.
Okay. Bye.
That's it. Well, the next morning he overslept, missed his class.
They're like, come on, guy.
And then he reveals that they've been talking about getting married.
Okay, sure.
On the back of Angel's shacket, it says drop dead.
Oh, I didn't notice that. I like that. I want that.
I can get it for you. All right. So they go to her apartment complex and Neve goes to buzz in.
Right.
And Baby got him mad, reveals herself.
She's like, hey.
Hey, I'm Baby. And they're like, are you Armani? And she's like, no, Armani's on the inside.
She's on the right. I'm like, is she in jail?
She's on the inside. She lives on the outside like she's on the inside.
Right. So she's on the inside. She's in the hole.
She's in the hole. She's very, very nervous. So she's like, listen, she's super nervous. So be really nice to her. So she comes out. She is clearly Tamala.
Yes.
She wants a hug. She's like, can I get another hug? I missed you.
One hug and then another hug, but not.
I missed you.
I'm sorry.
Missed you. I missed you. So he's mad that she pretends to be someone else because she's not Baby got him mad.
Right. Because at first when he saw Baby, I swear I looked at his face and I'm like, he's excited.
Yeah. So she's been doing this 4 years and she's just laughing.
Oh, this is the funniest thing that's ever happened to her.
They're at her cousin's house because there's too many kids at her house.
I want to know how many kids.
Whose baby is Drew?
She says it's hers.
I don't know.
Yeah, they're like, well, so Drew isn't your baby? She goes, no, he is. It's like, okay.
I don't know. Also, is she a janitor at a school?
Okay, I think so.
Okay, she also, said, who did Armani date on his team that
I want to know that.
Manitateo, I think.
Yeah, she dated. I want to know that. Yes.
So she wants another hug and he denies her an additional hug.
Yes, I don't blame him.
Okay, so she's 5'11" because we saw her stats. 5'11" and 200 pounds.
Oh, God forbid. Which is not.
Do you notice when she hugs him, they're like the same height?
Yes.
Okay.
But yet they reacted to him.
They reacted to him like he was 7'9".
Yeah. Like he was they couldn't believe it. They've never seen a
tall
taller
person than me.
Yeah.
He's probably Neve's height.
But that's what I mean. He's not. It's like, okay, he's just regular.
So she's like, hey, listen, can I give you that 20 minutes?
See, this is what I remembered from the episode.
And she said, quote, "You still my bae?" Now, the way she's talking to him, does she not seem a little bit emotionally stunted?
You think?
Yeah. So this is the girl that you fell in love with because of her personality.
Yes.
But her personality was this. So when she was hot, you didn't care what her personality was.
No. You only care now.
Right. So so what happened was they had bet on the Heat versus the Pacers,
right,
and yada yada yada. She owes him 20 minutes of oral pleasure.
Or he has to give her. It would have been him doing it the other way.
I wish it was him.
Me too. Me too.
So they go to Catfish Park, and she said that she doesn't like how he treated her because he picked the light skinned girl.
Okay. I don't know, but I don't think that's what it's about. Right. Exactly.
I think it's about a lot of things.
Yes, but that's what I'm saying. I don't think it's that specifically. I think it's so many things.
Well, they talk alone, and she's like, "Listen, I don't care. Whatever. I would like to be your girlfriend. Like, I really think that I'd be a good girlfriend.
I also think I'm in love with you."
She did love him. As she wipes her nose with her hands.
Tracey, I could have vomited at my screen.
Why? Because she was 202 pounds?
No, because she couldn't stop wiping her boogies.
Yeah, but was
hands.
it really secretly because she was 202?
If she was 204, probably. Yeah, I mean, how dare they?
Yeah,
my eyes.
Noelle,
you see my eyes. How does
the earth not cave in?
It's ridiculous.
How did the bench at Catfish Park even support 202 pounds? That's more than him.
I am actually really surprised.
You know, I got to tell you, when they first cast this episode, right, they asked Angel if she could bring her catfish too. And it turns out MTV could not find a place that was big enough to fit two different people that were 200 pounds.
I get that.
They were like, we can't get in an elevator. We definitely can't get in an elevator.
No way. We can't go to a restaurant. People are just going to stare at you the whole time.
Break.
Yeah.
It'll be like an epic, like Shallow Hal.
It's so ridiculous because it's like 5'11" and 200 pounds. That's like
a size 10.
But that's what I'm saying. Do you know that my husband is 6 feet tall and 205 pounds?
Right.
You know what
and he's
I'm
like
saying?
Slim. Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, how much do you think someone who's 5'11" is going to weigh? 120 pounds?
It's mostly
so
they're mostly organ meat.
My biggest problem with this.
Yeah.
The ponytail.
I have a not great feeling about the ponytail, but my biggest problem with this really, that we met Tamala.
Yeah.
And her personality is not good.
Right.
And that is who he fell in love with, her personality.
I'm assuming she didn't take it seriously.
Right.
I don't know if that was like, I don't know if that was like a front she was putting up, because don't forget, her and her friend were talking. They're like, we're going to smack the shit out of Angel.
That was very funny.
Yeah. They're like, oh shit, we got mics on us still. But it's like,
that was very funny.
Right. Yeah, it was very funny, but it's kind of like, I can't figure out, like, are you guys serious? Are you putting on a show for your friend? Like, what is this exactly?
I don't even know what this is.
Are you actually in love with him? What?
Yeah. I mean, that's a guy she likes.
Yeah.
Huh. It's not that deep. I'm sure they've never had a deep conversation.
100% no.
And he's like, I confided in you that all my friends got shot. And she's like, do you want me to be your girlfriend?
Right.
And he's like, no. She's like, all right, well, then why are we here?
Well, then she's like, did you see the Bulls game tonight? You
Yeah.
know, like, that's it.
Do you want to scrimmage later?
We
We could play horse.
Right.
You could be the horse.
Yeah, it's like, what was the substance of their relationship? Why didn't you guys read us the text messages like you usually do?
Okay. Also, when we found Tamila on the website and she was a basketball star, and this girl that he's talking to is super into basketball, why did we discount that as it's not her?
Right. How? And it's like, well, he said she's 5'10" and this girl's 5'11". Oh,
Right.
boogie oogie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, let me tell you
I
something
guess there's
about.
two different tape measures.
Let me tell you about my health chart. Okay. Every
Right.
time I go for a checkup to the
Uh-huh.
doctor, anytime they put in my height, and
Oh,
every time they do, it's different.
oh, me too. I'm listed as 5'4" on so many things. I'm like, I am not 5'4", honey.
What are you?
Five
5'5"?
five.
Excuse you.
No, but it's like I just feel like you think of 5'4" and it's
I
very
need to get
short.
remeasured.
Yeah, we do need to get remeasured.
How do
What
we
do
get
you measure
measured?
with? Is it a tape measure?
Yeah, I could bring
Okay.
it when I see you. I have
I
everything.
have 35 of them.
Okay. So
Okay,
let's do it.
we should.
Let's do
Are we
measuring.
gonna do
How
a growth chart on our wall?
you just get imagine the doctor was right and I just keep going from 5'5" to 5'8".
You never know.
And every time I come home from the doctor, you measure me against the wall and it's different.
That's funny. That would be very funny.
All right. So they don't do an update. They just said that
No.
Tamila tries to reach out to him. There's no video update. He doesn't want to be with her. He doesn't have a girlfriend, nothing serious, yada, yada, yada. Good luck to everyone.
Yada yada yada. It's over.
Right. Did you find anything?
So as it usually is, I can't find the catfish, but I
Right.
can find him.
Yeah.
He's on Facebook. He actually has like 3.8 thousand followers. Harold LeBron Scott III.
Oh, LeBron.
I know. Funny, right? And just his picture, I just know this guy. It's just a lot of pictures. You know, when guys like want to look serious and they just like they're looking down.
Yeah, they look away.
pictures.
They look away. As soon as I see that on a dating app, I swipe left.
Every one of his pictures are of him like holding his hat, looking down, wearing a guest shirt in front of a BMW.
Is he sitting? Okay, I was just gonna ask you if he
Yes.
was just kind of resting his body against a car.
Yeah.
Okay. Looking down at his shoes or his
Yeah,
watch.
that's what it is. That's
Okay.
exactly what it is.
I love this for him.
And it doesn't really say much about him. It doesn't say
Right.
like where he lives. He's a public figure. And he's
Aren't we all? He's
yeah.
a celebrity couple.
Right. So there's nothing really there. And then so I was looking on Bustle.
Mhm.
And after the episode, while the episode aired, he took to Twitter to claim that the episode wasn't real. He said, "Y'all think I'm that dumb to get catfish? Y'all
Yes.
tripping."
No,
And someone said, "So that's not real." He said, "Hell no."
So what was it?
He said, "I just don't want MFs thinking shit was real." He
Okay.
said, "Damn, so they called you or you called them?" He said, "Nah, you just put an application on MTV for the show."
Okay. And then what happened? So he applied for the show.
Right.
And then what happened?
He was on. So according to the end of the episode, Tamala had reached out to Harold a few times, but never received any word back. Can't say I blame the guy, but Tamala wasn't working this catfish alone, as her friend Bebe Got Him Mad was also on it. Tamala's social media accounts don't have much action. Her last tweet was from 2009. It still is, by the way.
Mhm.
But Bebe Montana, aka Bebe Got Him Mad, has posted on Facebook since the episode aired and posted a comment saying it was all cash and laughs for them.
So they just got paid.
Yeah. So yeah, Tamala is on Twitter, Tamala Hobbs, but she hasn't posted since 2009 still. And if you want to look
2009.
I don't know, but if you want to look him up, Harold LeBron Scott III, you can follow him even if you want to. A lot of his stuff is public. Go look at his looking down pictures.
If you guys want to see the top of his head, you are in luck.
Yes.
You
like
are in luck.
LeBron. Okay, LeBron. So his name was Harold LeBron Jordan III.
Harold LeBron Jordan Pippen.
AKA Shaq.
Bird the third.
Give me a break.
Wow.
That's what we got. I thought that was hilarious. Oh, also I looked up the friend Bebe Got Him Mad.
Yeah.
She hasn't been active in ages too. Her page is still there, but she doesn't have a profile picture or anything.
Oh,
Bebe Got Him Mad. She has it says like 85 likes, but there's nothing on there. Yeah.
Well, I hope you guys come back to social media. We miss you.
I wish.
Well, Noelle,
yeah.
If you guys want to keep up with what happens next, go to Catfish Trash Talk on Facebook or follow us at Catfish Trash Talk on Instagram. You could follow Noelle at Noe Girl on Instagram, Twitter, or TikTok. You could follow me at Trixie Tuzini on Instagram, Twitter, or TikTok. TraceyCarnazzo.com. Noelle posts amazing clips of the show made by
Nikki Clips. Oh,
Nikki
sorry.
Clips.
Nick the Nini.
No, Nikki Clips. And follow Nikki Clips and check out our clips and do all the stuff.
Do the stuff. Go to our YouTube, make some comments.
Go to YouTube, make some comments, subscribe to us, do all the stuff. TraceyCarnazzo.com. That's where you will find everything. Goodbye. Patreon.com/Trash Talk Podcast forever.
Bye.